Hey everybody, Gabriel Sedlak here. The subject of this video is a little bit sensitive in that it's been said so often that people confuse the truth with this type of social rhetoric. And it's, if it all works out, I guess it was meant to be. That mindset is so incredibly destructive because it does two things. It assumes some force in the background is going to do it. You're helpless. If it works out favorably, I guess it was supposed to happen. If it doesn't work out favorably, I guess it isn't supposed to happen. And what it does is it removes our decision-making process and it removes us out of the equation to chance. And the truth is that when you go onto the soccer field or the football field or the baseball field, do you say, well, let's go play the game today, and if we win, I guess it was meant to happen? Hey, I'm going to go into work today, and I'm going to do my job, and I don't know, if I'm supposed to get that raise, I guess it'll just happen. I'm going to go into the field of battle in war, and we're going to go and we're going to see if we win. And if we win, I guess it was meant to happen. Hey, I'm going to get married, and you know what? If our marriage sticks together, I guess it was meant to happen. Then it gets morbid, and they go, well, if I die, I guess it was meant to happen. We all have to die from something. It starts to get very ugly. Or you'll hear people say, and then they'll confuse it with the cousin of that statement, which is, I believe all things happen for a reason. No, that is not the truth. There's a reason all things happen, but not all things happen for a reason. Because that's also assuming that, and most of the time this is applied spiritually, that God is a puppet master and he's got strings attached to you, and he's pulling your strings, and whatever he wants to happen is going to happen, whether you like it or not. You just have to grin and bear it because everything's mysterious and you're groping in the dark, and hopefully when you reach in the grab bag you're going to get a cookie instead of reaching the grab bag and getting bit by a scorpion. But either way, all things happen for a reason, and he's teaching me something through all of this. The problem is, guys, with that logic, there's not enough lifetimes to go through enough lessons to be qualified enough to help enough people with whatever it is we're supposed to do, with whatever it is we're supposed to learn, based upon whatever lesson we're supposed to learn from this kind of vague, gray, non-defined rhetoric. And so people will step to the plate assuming two things. Number one, hey, all things happen for a reason, so we'll just see if my life all pans out. And they'll even take it into very dark areas of life. If people die prematurely, if things happen in their families, if there's calamity that happens to the family, this is this. And then they'll say, well, I'm learning, this all happened to us because we're learning lessons from it. No. The real word there is nevertheless, because life is ugly sometimes, and ugly things happen even to good people sometimes. It didn't happen for a reason. It happened. Nevertheless, overcome. Nevertheless, overcome. Well, if it all works out, I guess it was meant to happen. I'm going to join your network marketing business, and we'll see if it all works out. Oh, I talked to 5 people. Well, were they the right kind of people? Well, that hasn't been asked. I talked to 5 people and none of them wanted to hear about it. This doesn't work. Well, what they didn't tell you is they were 5 of the wrong people that didn't have the mindset, the money, or the drive to do it, and they used that snapshot as, okay, that's how the populace is going to respond. If I'm supposed to sell houses in real estate, I guess it was meant to happen. Guys, it never stops. Choose to win. If you get setbacks, move forward anyway. It doesn't matter what happens. Do it anyway. Make the decision. You know why? I'm successful in network marketing because I decided to. Not because I said, well, I'm going to join this company, and if I run across the right people in life, I guess it was meant to happen. These are two of the most destructive mindsets that people have, and it's so common that people don't even know how to break free from it, and it interlaces all of society now, and it's so common that people don't take personal responsibility, or they don't have, or they choose not to adopt faith, or they don't press through, or they don't attack, or they don't knock down the wall, or they don't press through the resistance, or they don't do it anyway, or they become, or they do the fundamental plays until they become a master and then they win the championship. They just kick back in the armchair of life, and if it all works out, there it is. And it comes at them from both directions. If it's all things happen for a reason, and if it works out, then I guess it was meant to be. And that sandwiches people into a terribly, terribly bad place. Let me tell you something. In our industry, you are going to get resistance. In life, you're going to get resistance. In marriage, you're going to get resistance. You have to press in anyway, and you have to succeed anyway, and you have to do it anyway. And if people make sovereign decisions to go AWOL, if people make sovereign decisions to leave your company, or leave your business, or leave your marriage, or do the wrong thing, or don't keep integrity, or don't follow through, or you worked like crazy and poured your heart, soul, and mind into this person, and then all of a sudden they dropped off the face of the earth, or they joined some other network marketing company, or they did something that was wrong, or they're praising you one minute and demonizing you the next. None of these things are an indicator. And none of these things have anything to do with your level of success or the fact that you can be successful. Your decision and your sovereignty, not some other sovereignty, not some magical sovereignty, not something sovereign out there. We're talking about you. Can decide to change your life. You're not a victim. You have options. You can do it. Oh, it was their fault. It was my mama's fault. I didn't have enough money. I was on the wrong side of the tracks. Well, look at them. Or, gosh, it seemed to happen magically for them, but not me. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I guess it was meant to happen. And we lose our fight. We lose our faith. And we kick back and we just let life happen. And if statistically it works for some and statistically it works for others, then we super spiritualize that. And we're either a statistic on one side or the other. Don't fall prey to these things, guys. Choose to overcome, nevertheless, no matter what. It doesn't matter what comes your way. I hope this video is helpful, but it's truly liberating. And what I've talked about, when it really gets in your heart, you will no longer be a victim, and you'll be a victor. See you in the next video. Bye.